And as we saw the national anthem of Australia signalling the start of the elimination final here at Jack Esplen Oval between the Morningside Panthers and the Redlands Bombers. Good afternoon, everybody. What a wonderful day we have here in suburban Brisbane in Morningside. My name's Mark Kennedy, and with me in special comments today is Jared Field. And Jared, certainly we're looking at a magnificent day, but also a magnificent game, and two sides I think will be well matched in today's proceedings.
Certainly, Kanga, thanks. Great to be here. It is a great day for footy, and Redlands coming in, I suppose, as the form side, coming off 5 straight wins. Morningside, a big win last week, but unfortunately for Morningside, lost their key forward in Ken Avey early last week in the game, and it's going to be very hard to cover, I reckon.
Certainly, and certainly in the warm-up we talked about the fact that it might be actually John Williams who might go back for in the form of playing in centre-half back. He might be the one to go forward for Morningside. Of course, they brought in Alex Mitchell this week. However, he really is the player that is a big loss is Ken Avey, but Williams will be a pivotal force in today's fixture.
Yeah, well, I think along with Jackson Starcevich, he's going to have to pick the bulk of the score for Morningside. So hopefully young Jackson can get his hands on it, take a few big grabs, and convert.
And of course, we saw Redlands good victors over Southport to actually make the finals last week in NEAFL TV's game of the round. And Southport again going down yesterday to Esplen by the tune of 44 points. So big. What I would think what we'd see is a big upset there. Of course, Esplen will go on next week to play the Brisbane Lions, who had the week off this week, and Southport will play the victor of this game here.
Yeah, look, Esplen yesterday were fantastic. Came home with a massive 10-goal last quarter and got over the top of Southport at Southport. So facing off against the Lions next week at Esplen, and yeah, Southport awaiting today's victor. So who's your tip, Kanga?
I think, for me, I think Redlands. Redlands have been in magnificent form, and having a look at them and the way they went about their footy last week, they run and spread and carry the footy was absolutely magnificent. And we just might go backwards here. These two sides have clashed twice during the year, and round 4 was the first time, and it was actually at Cashies Park was that fixture, and it was Morningside by 46 points. And the return leg was round 18, so not that many weeks ago. And it was here at this very venue, and it was the Redlands Bombers by 58 points. So 2 one-sided affairs. Do you feel it'll be a tight one today, Jared, or will it be that one-sided where one side just gets right on top?
Oh no, Morningside, great club Morningside. They've got a lot of character, and I think they'll take it right up to Redlands. But I'd expect after half-time maybe that Redlands might start to get on top. Their form coming in, not only a win over Southport, before that they've knocked off Broadbeach, Territory and Esplen. So yeah, expecting Redlands to do the business after half-time.
So Cars and Shelton are in the middle there, no love lost there. And Walbers and Reynolds will be the 2 ruckmen for their sides. Elimination final, NEAFL TV, game of the day because we had one yesterday. An umpire gets us underway. We'll give that one to Reynolds. Cars was down there, but well manned up. Just working the ball forward there was Morningside. Lake just gets the quick handball away, but nothing too definite. Cars is in there, but gives away a high tackle. And Morningside will take this kick. They get it away. Now it's with Tomlinson, looking for a forward target and finds Russ. This is Lachlan Russ. Of course, the 2 Russes playing today. Jaden Russ, the other one. And Lachlan will line up from about 45 metres out.
Russ kicking to the right of screen. Tough kick, might be right on his distance range here. He's going to unload just inside 50.
In he comes. From about 48, gives it a fair ride. Looks a little wide. That's the game, and it is to Morningside. So the 1 solitary behind. And we are about 2 minutes in as we see Zufa. That long ranging left foot out of defence. Looking for Gartner. Doesn't let him down. Quick to play on. Finds this time a teammate in Jones. Jones gets it up. Here's Tomlinson. The Morningside again. Buntain this is. Gives it off. Cummins goes long up the line right in front of us here. There's Wilson underneath it along with Starcevic. Ball goes over the line though, and we'll have a throw in 75 metres around from the Morningside goal. First real stoppage. Plenty of work going on underneath the ruckman. Walbers again. Gruel was the tackler, but grabbed Wilson too early. Little H. Wilson. Many years out of the Morningside colours in the senior team and found his way back in the last couple of weeks. Finds a target just on forward 50. That's the Logan. The Logan on the left foot. Goes long. Looking for the big target. Good punch there by Reed. Here's Cars. Finds a teammate this time in Daly. Daly goes over the top and finds Salter on the outer wing, or the outer flank. Looking short, finds Cars. And it's Cars. You'll see him, you'll notice him today, not only because he gets plenty of the footy, that zinc all down on his nose there, and Gruer now with the football, right on centre wing, outer side. Opening exchanges, first time Redlands going forward. They're looking for a target. Here's Tomlinson, always around the contest, this time to Spackman, the former Lion. Long down the line to Starcevic and Reed. Reed just gets the fist on it, goes out of bounds. We'll have a throw in, half forward for Morningside.
Right, we'll have Reynolds and Walters to do battle again in the ruck. Right half forward for Morningside. Ball coming back in. Here's Walters, got the front spot, give it to him. Comes down to ground, Shelton in there, overruns the footy. Ruiz gets a quick kick out. Still centre wing, Kinch in there, good hands from Kinch. Feeds it out. Morningside, just getting control of the footy. Big handball back here. That's Scott Clark, goes across the ground and a good grab there by Cummins. Plays on, kicks it out towards the member side wing. This is McNeese. Thompson chips in, takes the footy, goes inboard with a short kick. Not a great kick from Thompson. Play on could be in the back there to Morningside. Play on calls the umpire. Tomlinson with this handball received. Across goal. Morningside look to clear it out of defensive 50, go out wide, looking in the Walbers direction, and he takes the mark. Plays on Walbers, goes inside.
And
follows it up beautifully to Walbers, goes inside 50. Contest, Zufa out of position. Here's Logan. Zufa does well. He's caught with a footy though. Comes down to ground. Well done there. Good defence from the Redlands players, and the ball gets over the line.
good passage forward there by Morningside. Early exchanges. Approaching 4.5 minutes, first quarter. No major on the board yet. Morningside open the scoring with a behind. No ruckman gets a hand on it there. Here comes Morningside. That time is McNeese. The ball goes underground, another behind, and it's Morningside for the second score. But unfortunately for them, just the two behinds. So Zufa, left foot, goes up the middle again. Ends up with Cars now. Cars looking for Pullman. Good hands. Just on the wing now. Gee, they've spread well here. Ball's come over top to Veering. Clever with the football is Veering. He's held up though. Looking for a target. Comes on in. Can't quite take it. That time was Rogerson. Plenty of players emerging around the ball. Umpire says, give it to me. And we'll have a throw in. Some 35 metres from the Redlands goals. Gartner over the top. Fresh airy by the Redland Bombers. And it was Salter. Just chips it out as far as Clark for Morningside. Right in defensive 50. Finds McNeese now. Can't quite grab it this time, but gets it on the second. Looks inboard. Here's Buntain. Tries to show. Gives it off to Spackman. Spackman had glandular fever early in the year and has the lingering effects of it, obviously, because he sprayed it out of bounds on the full. And we'll have Big Hunter, who kicks it in.
Starcevic off the ground. Hunter to bring it back into play for Redlands. Kicks it down towards the half-forward line, looking for Gartner. Up he goes. Had front spot. Can't hang on to it. Thompson. Handball to no one in particular. Morningside should clear here. Under enormous pressure, though. Well done, though. Spackman, hands. Looks like could be McNeese down there. Goes forward looking for Wilson, and he marks on centre wing. Plays on immediately. Dishes the handball to Lake. Lake outside handball. Morningside going forward, and a good strong mark there to Williams. Comes into the side this week, a bit indecisive going forward, chips it over the top and finds Logan. Logan, left footer. Wills, looks inside, nothing much on, under enormous pressure now, kicks to the top of the square, there's only a small there. Zufa comes across the front and releases the pressure. Good tackle though from Morningside, good forward pressure. Forced behind to the Panthers.
So both sides feeling each other out. Approaching 7 minutes, 3 points. So Zufa brings it in again. Reed over the top. An inclusion this week, and a very good inclusion. And he's got the ball just outside defensive 50. Goes long up the line. Can't quite find a target. Here's Clark getting in the way. Goes back to Tomlinson. Looking for an option, but forced back down the line. This time finds Smith. Named as an emergency, but comes in. Dangerous kick. Brewer intercepts for Redlands. Has a time to push it over the top. Buntain and Pullman. Pullman has a run of it. Now gets it, tries to go over the top and can't do so. Buntain, great spoil, and comes out and finds Joyce on defensive 50. They can go now. They're away. This is Russ. Goes up the half forward and finds Wilson. Goes over the top. Looking for a target. Looking for Russ. Howard there for Redlands. Umpire says, I'll ball it up. Exciting play, half forward, out of side. Morningside.
How good was that smother from Buntain? Outstanding stuff, saved a certain goal. Ball comes down from the boundary throw-in, goes towards Boone. Punched out of bounds by Boone and will reel over the throw-in, half forward from Morningside. Out of side of the ground. It's 3 points Morningside, Bombers yet to score, and we are 8 minutes 20 into the first quarter. Tap over the top. Upton trying to hit it at pace. Comes down, handball receive up and kick to the top of the goal square. Here's Williams, ball loose. Need to get a handball out. Wilson's the first one's on the board for the Panthers. Great stuff, Wilson. Just forced it forward, Morningside. And got the first goal of the game to the Panthers. It's Morningside 1-3-9. Redlands yet to score.
Good end-to-end stuff by both sides, but really it's been Morningside have created the chance in front of goal, and I think they can go back and again just give a big pat to Riley Buntain in the goal square. Pullman would have been a great goal if he'd kicked it, but Buntain strategically got the hand up, regathered, the ball went down the other end, and it's ended up with a Wilson goal. So terrific play there by Morningside, and the veteran Hayden Wilson has added the first.
Shelton back on for the Panthers.
Ball down the middle again. There's Walbers again at time. Here's Thompson. Well held and tackled there. Upton applies another one, this time on Sondergeld. The umpire inside the centre square will ball it up again. 9.5 minutes gone. First quarter. Jack Esplen Oval Elimination Final. Fantastic day here. Brewer tries to get a quick kick away. Thompson comes through. Here's Tomlinson, leads the chase for Morningside, goes over the top to Joyce, back to Tomlinson, coming down the commentary wing, looking for Starcevic, good gather, but put him under pressure, did the kick. Ree's in the way there too. And Joyce is underneath the ball, who's tackled, and we'll have another ball up. That was Rees, the tackler, very good last week, Rees, against Morningside, against Southport. Walbers. Handballs the ball, fortuitously, one would think. McNeese kicks it forward, but Zufa gets to the fly to ball first. Playing in front of Williams. We called that the move. And Zufa goes out wide, looking for Big Hunter, and uses his body beautifully. Just knocks over Shelton, says, my ball, boy. And he goes up the wing now. And a good mark in front that time. That's Rogerson. Now at half forward, the Redland Bombers.
Rogerson looking to go inside 50. On the left. Kicks it in there. Looking for the Gartner. There it goes. Can't quite hang on to it. Forced out of bounds. Let's half forward for Redlands. Yet to get on the scoreboard, the Bombers. Walbers in there for Morningside. Hunter coming off. He'll go against Gartner in the ruck. Ball back into play. Could have been a free to Gartner for holding. Comes down towards the handball out. Spackman in there for Morningside. Gartner follows up. Dishes a handball out. This is Daly. Gets around one. Trips as he kicks. Morningside clean it up. Walbers out to the centre wing. Good contest out here. It's Logan takes the footy out of bounds and still yet to get any forward thrust really of any substance here, Redlands.
Plenty of changes going on while this stoppage happens. Ball back in now. The ruckmen go at it. No clear advantage. This time it's Rees, just shimmies. Now gets the kick away inside forward 50, looking for a target and finds the big fella in Pullman. He's an imposing man when he's at the ball. Plays on quickly now, looking for Gartner. Holds his opponent off beautifully in Clark and takes a nice mark. So he'll shoot from 40 metres and the first chance to post the Bombers' first score and hopefully, for his sake, the first goal.
Probably the key, these two, aren't they, really? Pullman and Gartner, if they can get their hands on it inside 50, they should be able to kick a big score. And they're normally a high-scoring team, the Bombers.
Gartner. Distance won't be a problem. Question of accuracy. The umpire's got a little bit of work to do, but it's still good. It's still great. And it's Redlands on the board. That's their first through the agency of Steve Gartner. So, one straight goal, the Bombers, Redland Bombers, Morningside 139. We've played 13 minutes here at Jack Esplen Oval. Elimination final. There is no tomorrow for the loser today. And Jared, it's been a lively opening exchange.
Yeah, well, we're one goal all and we're 13 minutes into the first, so not a high score you can, in what perfect conditions for footy really can get.
Ball back in the middle again. So Reynolds and Walbers. Give that one to Walbers. Ball comes over the back. Finds Gartner here. That time off to Boone. Just indiscriminately goes side forward 50. Here's Clark. Goes over the top. This time McNeese. Looking for a target. Well wrapped up there with Brown. Now Shelton. Off to Cummins. Like the cut of this kid. He runs with the footy. Good carry, usually. Kick wasn't his best effort, but Williams comes out to meet it. Cummins butters up again, gets a handball away, ends up with Williams now. Off to Kinch. The Grogan medalist just tries to put one over the top. Jones was in there, now Boone gets over the top in the path of Reynolds. Plenty of players around the contest. Zuffer in around it there, player down in Kinch while play goes on. Here's Jones. Howard's there, under pressure, back to Jones. Upton looked like he was in the back. And Redlands will have the chance to settle as we see Kinch still down there. So, Jones, Tyler Jones. Not the best looking kick, but here's Pullman comes out. He had a few to beat here. Thompson's around the ball. Gives to Rees. They're waxing. Put him absolutely under the hammer. Rees gets it back now, though. Here's the intercept, though, and it's Kinch away. He's up and he's away. Out towards Shelton, who has a little bit of space to move. Tailed by Salter. Good block there to help him along. Williams couldn't take the mark. Jones goes over the top and gives away... I was going to say gives away a free kick. But it was Williams who gave away the free kick, just diving on top of the footy. And it was a Redlands ball and ends out with Cars out on the back flank.
Cars looking for the big fella in Gartner. He goes long up the line. Gartner probably lost that one. Well run by Clark. Picks it up at ground level. Looks to come inboard. He's under pressure. Handball there to Wallen. He's under enormous pressure. Redlands are all over him here. Their tackling's been very good. Another one by Solder. Trying to clear the ball out there with Russ. Can't get control of it at the moment. Good tackle. Solder in there again, the Grogan medalist. And the ball's forced out of bounds. It's half forward for Redlands. Just the one solitary major so far, the Bombers. Ball back into play. Walbers and Reynolds. Favours Reynolds. Gets a big fist on it, but there's only Morningside on that side. Comes out with a handball. Cast wrapped up. Good tackle there. Still at half forward for the Bombers.
Plenty of pressure around the contest, which has been a feature of Redlands' play the last couple of weeks. As we see the ball come around, that was a big Walbers again. This time Redlands, though, go inside forward 50. In the way, though, was Josh Brown for Morningside, deep in defence. Looked at Tomlinson, but said, no, I'll go a different way here. Finds Wilson and go over the top. Dangerous kick. Here's Boone in the way. They were looking for Clark to try and spread, but Boone has taken it out, and he will have it and create a stoppage 45 metres around from the Redlands goal. Contest again. It's on. Look to be almost high there. The umpire agrees, and Gartner will take the free kick. There's Walbers that gave it away that time. And Redlands' only goal kicker will be able to line up for his second. Goes back. Very deliberate. Made his intentions clear. Comes in, and starts it a bit right. It's fading back. Does it have enough?
Play on.
Play on is the call. We're all waiting for something from the goal umpire there. And it is Morningside brought it out this time. That was Smith. Just a little shimmy there, but actually went out of bounds. And we'll have the ball just brought back by the boundary umpire. It'll be thrown in around about 50 metres around from the Redlands goal.
Right half forward for Redlands, outer side of the ground, Walbers and Reynolds again. In it comes over the back. Dumped out into space for Morningside. Smith runs onto it. No, it's intercepted well there by Redlands. Chip kick to Cast at half forward. Cast draws the player. Kicks himself now. Looking for the dangerous Gartner. Up he goes. Oh, well done there by Clark. Tomlinson out the back. Clark, great tackle. Tomlinson again with a clearing handball. They're under enormous pressure in Morningside. Brown's got it in the back pocket. Switches across the ground. And a relieving mark. It could be Spackman down there. Chip into Shelton. They're still inside defensive 50 though, Morningside. Shelton with the footing. Looking to go long up the line, I'd say, from here, Kanga. And that he does. Out to the far side and a good mark there to Logan. Logan, defensive half-back for Morningside. A chip kick there to Starcevic. Just on centre wing now. Another chip kick up the line. And it looks like Smith out there, or yes, Smith on the outer side. Far side wing. Lake's on in the middle, hasn't seen him. Takes a man on the marker, kick smothered. Ordinary there by Smith. He needed to get that footy inside 50. Comes down to Redlands. Handball out. That's Rees on the far side, but he's turned it over Rees at half-back, and it's a Morningside ball.
And just scrubs a kick forward, looking for Shelton. It wasn't the easiest one to give him. He works to the cross now. This is young Joyce. Goes up, kicks it over the top. The handball came from Walbers. Oh, just a terrible bounce. Got Upton, and Zufa can clean up. Comes out to Veering. Clever with the footy. I think I've said it again. Good pass there to Pullman, and it was Buntain that gave away the free kick in the marking contest. Goes long, looking for Gartner. He's been dangerous, but floating in beautifully this time was Rogerson. So Luke Rogerson will take a kick to put the Redland Bombers in front, approaching the 20-minute mark of this first quarter. Just looked like it was a one-on-one contest, and then Rogerson came from the side, showed a clean set of hands, and we'll go back now and kick. Oh, it's swinging hard, and it's hit the post.
Wow.
So 1-1.
Got to make
Redland Bombers.
Chances.
7, leading Morningside 1-3-9. 20 and a half minutes gone. Turnover. It was Tomlinson that gave it away, and Pullman had the chance.
Comedy of errors there.
It certainly was. The veteran Tomlinson nearly, absolutely messed it up. And this time he decides he'll go long outside defensive 50 and find Buntain 70 metres from goal. Buntain, tough kick, finds Logan just in front of Jones. Gives it off to Lake. Lake goes long, looking for Wilson. Just working him out of the contest that time was Byrne. Ball scrubbed off the foot that time of Evans. Fortuitously, doesn't go out in the full, and we'll have a throw in 50 metres around from the Morningside goal.
Okay, we've got Hunter in the ruck. against Logan from Morningside. Comes over Shelton's head. Brewer and Thompson fight each other for it. Thompson with the footy. Turns inside. Floating mongrel kick. Well gathered there. I turned it over by hand. Tomlinson, good play. Comes out to Wallen. Wallen to Browns. Joyce is on the open side. Ignores him. Goes down towards 50. Daly does well backing back though. Redland player, Carson in pursuit, Morningside with the footy, kick on the left inside, and this is Smith. Smith just inside 50, probably right on range here, Kanga. He's going to shoot for goal to put Morningside 7 points ahead if he can convert here. This is young Josh Smith. The emergency came in late.
Any thoughts on the wind, Jared? Which way is it going?
Maybe
it doesn't look like there's too much.
Slightly right of stream, Kanga, I reckon. Sort of a slight advantage with him. In he comes, Smith. Umpire just veering right, and he just missed.
They were very confident. They were very confident. They were celebrating. And the goal umpire didn't quite agree. We see Zufa again goes long. This time a bit more dangerous, but he finds Reed. Been a combination from defence. Reed goes inboard. Finds Stephen. Of course, he's a goal kicker. And it's back to Zufa. Still only 25 metres from goal. He can go over the top. Finds Howard, still inside defensive 50. They spread it. Finds Byrne. Just gets it outside defensive 50. This time to Jones. Jones, pinpoint accuracy with their foot disposal so far in this play. Goes long up the line now, looking for a tall target and Byrne. Clark got a fist on the ball and it goes out of bounds in front of Redlands' interchange box. We'll have a throw in, half forward for the Bombers. 23 and a half minutes gone. For those people playing at home, we're at Redlands, Jack Esplen Oval. So they do have the home ground advantage. Brewer got it from Hunter, back to Brewer, inside forward 50, looking for a big target. It was Gartner who burst through. But it's Redlands who come, Morningside who come away with it now. Spackman's with the ball. Gives it to a teammate who in turn finds Kinch, who can settle and look for some targets. Goes over the top. Cummins. Outside defensive 50 now. Just kicks it over. Oh, tough task for Shelton. Try to keep it in front. Here's Jones for Redlands. Tackled by Logan. Brewer's in there as well. The umpire will ball this one up. No, he won't. It was Shelton who extracted it. Gives it to Russ. Gives it to Wallen. Wallen, they're trying to find a path forward here, but under pressure. Now it's with McNeese. Tackled well. Spackman's got it. Back to Cummins. Now he decides to go long down the line. Zufa for Redlands. Mops up beautifully for the Bombers at half-back.
Great grab by Zufa. Left half-back for the Bombers on his trusty left foot. Humps it down there, looking for a tall target. Good contest at half-forward. Going inside 50 Redlands, but Clark's got the sit here and the ball will be forced out of bounds. He just gets a helping hand from Salter towards the fence. And it'll be throw in about 20 metres around from the Redland goals. 1-4 Morningside, 1-2 Redlands. Low scoring game, Kanga. We're 25 minutes in. One goal apiece. Ball back into play. Kinch gets the hit out. Comes down, Shelton in there trying to get it. Spackman's got it, wrapped up there well. And Shelton forces it out of bounds again.
Won't be too many times you call Kinch as a hit out. Ball just fell a little bit short there, so Walbers and Gartner couldn't quite get to the contest.
Gartner in the box seat, comes down towards Shelton again. Ball in there at half-forward. There'll be another ball up here, just inside 50 for the Bombers. Looking to get one on the board just before, won't be a long quarter. There's probably only a couple of minutes left. They can score before quarter time. They'd be happy with that. The Bombers, Salter gets it. He's wrapped up. Ball spills loose. McNeese kick out towards Boone and Reynolds. Big Reynolds for Redland. Takes the mark. Looks inboard on the left. Kicks it there and Kieran Daly takes the mark. Looks to switch it out to the fat side. Does so. Inside 50. Pullman with the jump on it and takes the mark. Pullman. Good grab and will shoot for goal. lining up for his first from about 47, 48 metres out, Kanga.
I think it's fair to say that Buntain just really need to try and take the run away from Pullman there. He had to stop and prop, but Buntain was just trying to use his own natural leap instead of actually trying to go body to body and take Pullman off the line of the footy.
Pullman for his first. Siren sounds. Don't think it's going to make it, and spoiled well by the Morningside defence, and very low scoring opening quarter here. We see Morningside 1-4-10 leading the Redland Bombers 1-2-8, Kanga.
And the goal kickers, we don't have to spend too much time on the goal kickers because there aren't too many. There's only 2 in total. Hayden Wilson for Morningside open proceedings as far as the majors go. While for the Redland Bombers, Gartner kicked one, and we see a 2-point advantage to the Morningside. It's almost been like a game of chess, Jared, and in terms of the way both sides are feeling each other out. And I think in the second quarter and third quarter we might see that free-flowing play escalate on the scoreboard and reflect that a bit more accurately.
I just think the pressure of with the first final, and the fact the tackling from both sides was super. But I think the boundary umpire was probably the busiest bloke that quarter, Kanga. But looking forward to it opening up after quarter time.
So Jack Esplen Oval, NEAFL TV, Elimination Final, 2 points at quarter time to the Panthers.